One committee chairman said, we need to do what we are doing such that the community will not throw water sachet at us on the streets.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
are aware that, look,
Yeah.
this is an environment where people know your grandfather, they know your family
Yeah.
house, they know so many things about you, so you can't afford to embezzle their money, you can't afford to not deliver. So
Yeah.
it seems that that arrangement inspires dedication
Yeah.
among.
It does. It does. And accountability. And it's hard to steal money when, in a small community, where everyone knows your father. All of us are giving 50 naira this month. It's hard to steal that kind of money. And if you stole it, people will point fingers at you. I mean, it's harder. So it breeds a certain kind of accountability. And often there is a traditional leader who is sort of your mentor, who is your father, that everybody can also report everybody to. So it's a close knit system, and governance is much easier when people are fewer or when community is smaller. Yeah.
Okay, so it helps the committee to know that, look, we are also accountable to the immediate
Yeah.
community. Now
Yeah.
back to the cities. So where people are so far apart, there may be member of committees, you don't even know their children, you don't know their wife, you don't know their husband. So how would accountability be instilled in that kind of a setting? I don't know if you get the point I'm trying to make. In the rural settings, people already have
Yeah.
cultural context
Yeah.
that on its own is forcing them to be
Yeah.
accountable, to try their
Yeah.
best. But in the
Yeah.
cities, that kind of arrangement may not really work. So what kind of, if any, if you've noticed any, what kind of structure have you noticed in the cities?
I haven't noticed anything particularly. Because even in Lagos, which is a very urban setting, a lot of the committees actually function in less urban settings, even in Lagos.
Okay.
Um, so it's I think this is a model that would work a lot for a circumscribed, not necessarily rural, but circumscribed community where people have long-standing relations.
Okay.
And where people are more stable in terms of living there, sort of not migrating frequently. So it's a I think also I mean it's important that you mentioned that it is an intervention that I think would work best in a place where people are more stable population, more circumscribed population. Than I mean I can't imagine this work anywhere in the center of Abuja where everybody sort of locked themselves in their houses. I mean it's not going to work in that kind of place.
I see.
What you may have in such a place is to have it will be a totally different governance structure. You'd have, which is what happens in companies, and so have a board that's appointed by people in the community. So it will function very differently. It may still function similarly in some ways, but it will still be very different. So I'll give an example. A company has a board appointed to represent different interests in the company. Some shareholders, some important people that could give you important links to businesses and markets, etc. I mean, you can have that kind of board in Abuja. I mean, Wuse could have, that Wuse hospital could have board members from residents in Wuse,
Hmm?
and but again, it will function differently. It will function very differently from this. If you have to analyze their minutes, you find something different from what you found in this one, for example.
Yeah.
And it will be a richer suburb. People, I mean, they will be able to lobby government more
Government.
effectively. Government will
Hmm?
do their bidding.
It's true.
It will be different.
It's true.
Yeah, it will be different.